Grab your popcorn, kick back and relax, because it's time for some more Karnage. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out Foxtrot, and hang on, I'll just put my sound on mute there in the background. So yeah, we're going to be checking out Foxtrot, and we're going to be checking out some unboosted solos. Before I jump into the attacks though, I just want to put a little disclaimer that I'm actually recording this 5 days after my accident and my mouth is still really swollen. But you guys have given me a lot of support, so if my voice sounds a bit weird or some of my words I say are a little harder to understand, just know that that's because of my voice. Sorry, my mouth is swollen. My upper part of my mouth is still swollen beyond comprehension, so... And the top two teeth are so badly damaged that I can't actually eat solid food at the moment, which is disappointing. So, we'll check out Quay. So, I'm using Hooka, 4 and 4, and everspark with her universal remote control. So you can see I've dropped 2 artilleries just to mark the buildings I want down. Now you can see the base layout here. Pretty standard, I think. So, the 1 smoke, the 2 smoke, I'm flaring nearby just so everspark will be in range. This was literally like the borderline of her range. Her range is about 9 tiles. So, I was sort of pushing it here, but I still haven't gotten used to the fact that... hang on, we'll pause it. I still haven't really gotten used to the fact that everspark doesn't sit on the remote. She sits like in a spot nearby. I haven't used her enough to get a hang of that, so... When you're walking in a straight line, she walks in a straight line near to the flare, and then sort of sits nearby it. So, I used the universal remote control. So the first one she's going to target is the rocket launcher. Notice, I've dropped 2 universal remotes, because you can see in the... As it's paused here, I've actually just targeted the shock launcher. So... You can actually get 2 universal remotes down before your everspark gets shot at or gets killed. So if you're okay with everspark dying, you can do this. This is the first time I've ever tried this. So basically, because there's a short time span between the universal remote being able to be dropped, you can basically just spam the universal remote until the second one activates, and then you can sort of go on with the rest of your attack. So that's what I did here. I was in a state of panic because I didn't see that the shock launcher got targeted, so I did waste a smoke there, unfortunately. The only unstandard thing about this layout is the fact there's a hot pot there. So if I place my smokes perfectly, I can actually use 2 smokes only to get past that. So dropping 1 boat of zookas, I let her take the 2 cells there at the front. I'm not going to let them take out any of the others because the sniper will start hitting them. So the order I drop my boats at this point really isn't important, as long as they're all sort of deployed. So that's the range of the hot pot. So you can see I didn't want to push it too much with the first one, so 2 really covered it quite well. So that got me out of trouble. So there's the hot pot. I'm going to let my troops kill these 4 cells for a bit of extra energy. And we'll just speed this up a little bit. Timing that flare nicely up to the top. That machine gun's going to get some shots off, but not enough to really hurt my troops. So it takes down another cell. Takes down some more. So I was sort of unsure whether I wanted to flare in front of the HQ and sort of AZ it, or whether I wanted to clear from up here, and I decided it was best to sort of go up there. I was in a state of indecision for quite a while. So back to 1 times. So up at that little spot, where I flared, it's a really nice little place to let your troops, especially Hooka, just spread out and just decimate all the buildings. And when the shock launcher and rocket are gone from down the bottom, you really have nothing to worry about when it comes to zookas, because there's nothing that can really kill you. So assuming you have the time, you can rain down on that HQ, core, sorry, and yeah, you can get the job done. That mortar was getting some shots off, but as you can see, that range wasn't even close to my zookas. And that flamethrower, I mean, it could have got my heavies, and maybe the 2 zookas on the far right, but the main group was safe. So, that was Quay, unboosted, and that's the stats there on screen. Yep. So that's the stats on screen for my unboosted. I hope you guys enjoyed the attack. If you did, smack the thumbs up button. I don't know at the point that I upload this whether I'm going to have all my other content uploaded. I did have a heap of pre-recorded content on my computer from before the accident. So, hopefully as my mouth gets better, I will be able to make content a little bit more. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.